All right, everybody, welcome, and thanks for clicking on this video. This is my first video for the YouTube channel for Chris Outdoors. So just to run you through it real quick so we can get to the fishing. Today I'm just working on showing you how I catch catfish. Okay, so it's gonna be a pretty simple setup. This will be my first time fishing here in a few years, and I haven't caught a catfish here recently, so we'll see how it goes. But I'm just gonna take you through it, show you kind of the setup that I do that's real easy and cheap, and we'll just work our way there. All right, so just to show you the lake here, so we've got a spillway here. This is where we're going to catch our bait fish, hopefully, and then this lake goes on pretty long ways down there. So down in the far right there's a dam, so that's gonna be probably our deepest spot. But the way I'm going to do it is I'm going to catch this bait fish here, and then I'm just going to work alongside this bank going forward, because I know lately here for the last week or so it's been raining quite a bit, so I'm thinking they're going to be probably snacking all through the deep part of this kind of creek that was naturally here running to the bank. So that'll be how we do it. Okay, so just to show you my setup real quick, basically here, and you can use any pole for this. This is going to be my bait pole. So this is an ugly stick GX2 that I bought probably 9 years ago, but I've just got it up with like 5-pound test, and then I've got 1/32 ounce, see if that focuses there, jig head right there, and I'm going to take that and just hook it up with this Gulp Alive Minnow here. So then we'll just drop it in. Alright, so I'm set up with that Gulp Minnow there. You can see it, oh shoot, it's poking me. There you go. You can see it's kind of strung through there. Don't know if that's focused. I forgot to say this, but it does come in octopus or like squid oil. So it does stink, so it's going to stink up your fingers. Or if you're like me and you keep it in your fishing bag, it's going to spill and make your fishing bag stink. So just be a little careful with that. But it's like $5, this box of 1/32 ounce jig heads. They're the Eagle Claw ones. Actually, these right here, these are probably $2 is what I got them for. You get 10, so I mean, not too expensive. But you just rig it up, and then we're going to go over here and just drop it right off of the edge of this spillway. So the edge of the spillway is actually, you can see where the water kind of touches it. The edge of the spillway is actually about a foot to the right, so I'm going to be dropping it right there. There's going to be hopefully lots of little fish right there, just kind of nibbling at the stuff as it runs in, and I'll be able to get one. Okay, so as you saw, I dropped both those, but haven't gotten a bite since. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw a little bobber on here and just let it sit right there where that water's kind of spinning. So we'll see how that goes. Okay, so I've got it probably about a foot here. I'm just going to let it sit. All right, so this is taking longer than expected, but you know, it's kind of the way it goes. So I'm gonna try over here in this corner now, just casting in. I had to re-rig one of these because of the nibbles I was getting, but we'll give it a go. See if I can set you guys up there. I also don't have a tripod, not a real professional. So first video, it's gonna be leaning a little, but we'll see. You really got to cast it for these little ones. Keep it about at this depth. We'll see what happens. Okay, so finally caught a bluegill for a bait fish. Right up here. So I did it just I walked around the bank and I was just casting with the bobber. I didn't get any film of it because I don't have a tripod yet, but you'll have to believe me. But here it is. So I'm not going to show it on of me cutting it up, but basically I'm going to show you what I do. So initially I just hit it right here to hit the spine first, just because I feel like, I don't know, it's not nice to cut them up in the first place, but you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. Hit them there, and then I'll cut out a little chunk like right here, and then clip off those fins with the pliers. So I'm gonna do that real quick. We'll get going. It's actually starting to rain, so we'll see how long we can do this for. All right, so got it set up here. Got it cut into our nice little piece. Have enough space in between that hook, whatever they call that, whatever the drop is, so that the fish, if it gets it, you've got space for it to actually get hooked. This is a 5/0, I believe, 5/0 Gamakatsu octopus circle hook that's actually trying to hook me right now. So I've got that. I'm going to turn it here for you. And then I've got probably 9 inches of leader line down here with 9 inches of leader line with about a 1 ounce egg sinker, and then just a swivel. So sometime I'll go into how I tie it and actually set it up, but that's all it is. It's probably 15-20 pound test. It's on whatever came with the pole, which is just it just says it's a Pro Cat, you know, just a pretty standard one you can get at Academy or Walmart or anything like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and cast it out here, and we'll see how it goes. Oh boy, if I don't catch this bush. All right. So, got it down here. Yeah. you want a knife too. So this one honestly is probably, I shouldn't be using this for fish to cut it up, but you want a knife to cut your fish. So this is a Cricut, real skinny one that I just use, I carry daily, so I just always have it. So at the end of the day, it's still a knife, so we're gonna cut fish with it. And then the other thing you want is you want your pliers, just in case, you know, just in case you can't get the hook out. It's gonna make it easier. Also, you can trim, like I did with that bluegill, you can trim the bluegill's fins off right there, because it's hard to pull them off. But whenever you do get them trimmed, it makes it a real smooth thing for the fish to bite. So, because those fins, you know, they act, those, I think it's a dorsal fin, whatever one's on top, you know, obviously they're for swimming, but they're sharp and pointy to keep bigger fish from trying to eat them, right? It bites them and hurts them. So if you cut them off, you're cutting off that natural resistance for them to get eaten. Makes it easier. But yep, so that's what I got. So we'll see how it goes here. It is sprinkling a little bit back and forth. If it starts dumping, I'm gonna leave. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not staying for if it starts pouring. I don't have any waterproof stuff. All right, so there you go. Got ourselves a little channel catfish here. So there it is. Probably, you know, 2 pound or so. But man, look at that belly though. This dude's been munching. Oh my gosh. Holy cow. Okay, so it caught me off guard a little bit there, but dang, there you go. Good first fish. And then you can hold them like this too. I'll show you sometime with a better angle, but yeah, there you have it. Just cast out. Nice. I love the spots on channel catfish. Let's get a release real quick. Also, there's like a 3-foot drop right here to the water, so that makes landing it a little funky, but here we go. And off he goes. All right, so I'm gonna cast again, probably fish for 10 more minutes. Also, just to show you this as well, this is just a little rod holder I got at Walmart, so I probably got it for $1, $2, $3. I don't know what it is, but it's cheap. You can buy them, they fold up, they fit in a bag. I carried it in my folding chair, my lawn chair bag, but they're super handy to have instead of using, you know, like the wood, trying to find a wooden stick or something to lean it on. So All right, so it is starting to sprinkle. Got some thunder moving over there. But yeah, if you watched all the way to here, I appreciate it. If you didn't, it's all good too. But yeah, that's my first video, just how I go through and I catch catfish. So like if you want, subscribe if you want. If you don't, do whatever, you know. But all right, peace.